Hi everyone, I'm here at the Millbrook School at New York, and I have Meg in next to me. Could you please introduce yourself?
Hi everybody, my name is Megan Grover. I'm the Director of Admissions at Millbrook School. We're located in Millbrook, New York, about 90 miles north of New York City. And this is my 11th year working here at Millbrook School.
Thank you. So I'd like to ask you about the school. First of all, I'd like to ask about the culture of the school. What would you describe the culture?
Sure. So we are proudly 330 students. We like to categorize ourselves as a small, mid-sized boarding school. So within the world of boarding schools, there are schools that are under 300 students, schools that are above 500 students. And that 300 to 500, that's the majority of the boarding schools here in the United States. And at 330 students, we're right on the edge of small and mid-size. We love that size because we have the offerings of a large and of our much larger peers in terms of number of sports, different arts classes, variety of academic courses that you can take, but it's going to have the intimacy of a small school feel. And so a small mid-sized school, that number 330 is really defining of our community and something that I like to highlight with families always. I think is really important too. If you're sending your child across the world to a school, you want them to be in a place where the adults really, really, truly know them. And we can offer that for every student here in Millbrook. Another thing that I think is defining of our community is just the warmth and welcoming nature of our student body. We have kids from 17 different countries, 25 different states on our campus. We have new students joining in every class year, every year. So majority are 9th grade and 10th grade, but we also have some kids in our older classes joining us. And so every year it is custom for Millbrook's students to welcome new classmates, and it's something I think we do really, really well. Last thing I would say is defining of our community is this sense of service. And so one of our core values, we have 5 of them, is community service. And service echoes through this community. It is a part of our daily schedule. We have 4 service blocks a day mixed right into our academic blocks. And so it's almost 2 hours a week dedicated to real jobs all around campus. And that service, how it's built into our schedule, just the value and the ethic that lives and breathes here on our campus, it helps us ensure that every kid is known and every kid is needed. So every student at Millbrook plays a meaningful role in the life of this community.
Thank you. We just finished the school tour, and I've already found out something different from other schools, but what would you say that it is different from other boarding schools?
Yeah, I think within our 5 core values, respect, integrity, service, stewardship, and curiosity. The service and the stewardship values I think are really distinctive and defining of Millbrook. So size, that service ethic, and the way that kids are connected to each other, they are connected to Millbrook School, I think is really defining of this place. So when you meet Millbrook students, when you meet Millbrook alum, they are really proud of this community. And that's because when they are students here, every single kid has a role, has a job, has real work that they're doing that's adding into the community. And that actually helps them grow as students. That helps create and stimulate some of that personal growth, the intellectual growth that happens while kids are here for 4 years. The other thing that is very distinctive of Millbrook is community. Beyond community service is environmental stewardship. It's one of our core values. We sit on 800 acres. Our property is 800 acres. There are trails and marshes and hills and forests for kids to explore and for our science classes and curriculum to get out and to use as a living laboratory. And something that we are probably most famous for is the fact that we have a zoo on our campus.
Yes.
And so we have almost 200, it's an AZA accredited zoo, so it's a nationally recognized zoo facility. We have almost 200 animals in the collection. That's across 80 different species, and we have 9 endangered species. And Millbrook students are tasked with the care of those animals on a daily basis. And so that lends to a really wonderful and tangible way for every kid to have this physical experience, personal experience with caring for the natural world through caring for these animals, and then also create some incredible opportunities for scientific research, classes, and different types of academic projects.
Thank you. Speaking of the students, what kind of student do you expect from Millbrook?
Sure. A couple of things. I think we serve a wide range of kids in terms of interest. There's great balance. Athletics, arts, community service. So there's great balance in terms of the interests and academic abilities that we can serve here on our campus. So I always sort of distill to some of the personality characteristics. Successful Millbrook students love to have strong relationships with the adults in their lives, right? So their teachers, their coaches are true mentors and role models. Students who have strong relationships with adults. The other thing, students who are compassionate, students who are open-minded. We do not allow kids to really specialize, whether that's academically or extracurricularly here. To get into Millbrook School, you do have to demonstrate some mastery as a student and maybe extracurricular as well. But what we want to bring these talented kids to our community, and once they arrive, they're going to do a lot of different things here. So you have to be open-minded. So relationships are important. Open-mindedness, a compassionate person, 330 students, the adults are going to know you, you're going to know all of your classmates, every bit of diversity and difference that exists in this campus and community will be a part of your life and you'll be exposed to, and so that's where I mean you need to be compassionate as a successful student here, and ambitious. And so we really know our kids. We do serve a range of kids academically. You will be known by your teacher and you will be pushed by your teachers and your advisors and your coaches or whoever are mentors for you. You will be known and you will be pushed to grow intellectually and personally when you're here.
Thank you. The last question would be about the admission application process.
Sure.
What would be the top 3 questions for the admission interview?
Oh yeah. Let's see. So we often want to ask students. Well, what are they going to bring to this community? So that's a question we like to ask because in a community where our logo, not for oneself but for all, where every kid is known and needed, every kid has to play a role, right? Yes. We can't have kids sitting on the sidelines here at Millbrook. So we like to ask, well, what are you going to bring? Because that's going to be something that's going to be asked of them here. Bring something, show up, contribute in some way, and in multiple ways probably. So what are you going to be bringing to this community? I always like to ask kids, well, what are you trying to get out of this experience? Why boarding school? Why Millbrook School? What attracts you to this place? And what are you trying to achieve in the next 4 years? And that again gets to that question of ambition, right? And that question also of open-mindedness as well. You can't just say, oh, I want to be a basketball player. I'm here for basketball. It's not going to work if you're here for just one thing. Let's see. Last question that I always ask. I often ask kids about their family. I love to know that because these kids they're going to live here. We're going to eat dinner together. They're going to be at our houses as faculty members. I'm going to spend my nights and my weekends on duty and watching them at the play or at the pep rally that we had last night. And so I really want to get to know who these kids are and sort of the relationships that they build in their homes, and this is going to become a second home. So to me, it's a question that can be really revealing and helps me really understand the human being and not just sort of the list of activities and accomplishments that they're bringing. We want to get to know the person there. So asking about the family is helpful.
Yes, thank you very much. I really look forward to working with you. And thank you very much for this interview.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Same here.
4月29日祝日ですけれども、ここお台場で、2時から5時まで、アメリカの、西海岸東海岸の学校が、9校集まってフェアを行います。この時期にフェアをする意味ってすごい実はあって、8月9月10月と本番のシーズンの前にしっかりと学校の担当者から話を聞ける機会っていうのが実は今まで日本にはほとんどなかった。なのでこの時期に開催することによって子どもも保護者もしっかりとリアルな情報を得た上で本番に向けての準備にもなるし、もしもう学校を選びたいってなった場合でもこの8校9校ってあった学校から実際に選ぶことができる、それぐらい意味のある留学フェアになっています。
このフェアの開催にあたって様々ご用意いただいているものがあります。
そうなんです。まず YouTube 動画、そして事前説明会を2回開催します。これはオンラインで開催するので皆様本当に自由に時間を見ていただいてご参加いただける形になっています。お申し込みは特設ページから簡単にお申し込みいただけます。詳細は概要欄に貼ってある URL から確認をしてください。そして、LINE 登録をいただくと、いくつもの特典をご準備しています。例えばフェアで使える質問集だったりお礼メールのテンプレートだったり、そういったものをたくさん準備しているので、また LINE から多くの情報を発信しています。どうか登録し忘れがないようによろしくお願いいたします。